Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to World Cinema Reviews. As promised, we're diving into British cinema once again. And in the last couple of videos that I've been saying that we're gonna do a little bit going back to our horror, foreign horror, database that we love so much because we really love to talk about foreign horror. That's why you're here, hopefully. But there's just so many great horror films all over the world that I keep talking a lot of American, of course, but we really got to go back to our foreign roots. And we have a really wonderful British film to talk about today, which is Dog Soldiers in 2002, directed by Neil Marshall. And what's the cool thing about Dog Soldiers? Well, all before we start to talk about the plot and who's starring in it and all that stuff, just one thing, man. It's werewolf and soldiers fighting each other. How cool is that, man? And this film, like, totally reminds me of Predator with Schwarzenegger, because he has like that camaraderie against, that friendship with the soldiers and the relationships and the fighting of this unknown monsters in this case. And they're lycans, man. They're actual werewolf. And I love werewolf films. And this is a very good one. Highly action packed, not boring at all. I mean, it's not the greatest thing in the world. Has its flaws, but I think overall it's just actually very effective. And let's talk about it. So let's just dive into who's starring. Like I said, it's directed by Neil Marshall. We have Kevin McKee as Private Cooper. Uh, we have Sean Perhabe as as Sergeant Harry Wells, and we also have Leanne Cunningham as Captain Ryan. Um, so the plot is actually very simplistic, which kind of doesn't let the film develop too much in a sense that it could have probably been a much deeper, greater film. But I think for the type of subject matter, it's just enough. It's actually the right combination of what it needs to be. And what it is that so the plot pretty much begins with Private Cooper. And Private Cooper is trying to join the elite uh, British Special Forces unit. And he does all the exercises, military exercises, exceptionally well. However, he meets with Captain Ryan, and Captain Ryan is just freaking insane. This dude, he's hardcore. He says, "All right, man, you've met all the things that I asked you to do." So there's a dog barking that was chasing him, chasing Private Cooper. He says, "Oh no, shut the dog," and hands a pistol to him and says, "Get rid of him." And Private Cooper objects to killing the canine over moral grounds. Um, then you know the so Captain Ryan just totally loses and says, "Hey, dude, I'm telling you to kill the freaking dog." And he says, "No, not you. I'm not doing it." So he gets kicked out of the Special Forces tryouts, and they don't leave in very good terms. We fast forward later on that so Private Cooper remains in the regular British Army, and in an exercise that they're doing in combination with the Special Forces unit. Um, a lot of things start to go awry. Things start to look bad when some remains of a mutilated animal are dropped near to them, and they start to wonder what it is. First of all, they think that the other soldiers from the special forces are messing with them, but then they find a survivor for them, and they find out that most of the special forces have been slaughtered by some type of creature. Little by little, they find out that, well, after all, the film is called Dog Soldiers. They're gonna meet Werewolf, and they're gonna fight them, and it's gonna be really cool. So what? I mean, it's actually pretty simplistic. Like I said, it kind of looks pretty much like the plot of Predator. Man, you get this unknown, supernatural or alien being that fights soldiers, and there's only gonna be one or two people that are gonna fight the soldiers in the end. I mean, there's no surprise, that fight the werewolves at the end, and this is just no spoiler. You just know that that's where it's gonna go. So it's kind of predictable. How the soldiers are dropping one by one. It's no. I don't think I'm spoiling anything, but just how do you know the film's gonna go? And I think that that's not the greatness of this film. The coolness of this film is the chemistry, man. It worked on Predator. Like you knew Jesse Ventura, you knew Arnold Schwarzenegger. Um, you knew some of the fighters, when they were going down one by one, you knew them, and you felt for them, and you kind of do the same thing, man. You really get to identify yourself with the soldiers. Some of them are talking about a soccer game that it's going to be really cool, which, by the way, there's a little Easter egg at the end of the film that you might really enjoy if you pay good attention to the film. And it's or football, I should say. The British don't like the term soccer. Okay, they find that demeaning. So remember, it's football. Now that the World Cup is coming, go England. But the well, no, well, go England, go USA. Oh, well, yeah, I should do a football video, but that's another day. Anyhow, now that well, coming back to the movie, I digress. Uh, I really, really enjoyed it because the chemistry of the players. You find out things. You find out stories about what they're afraid of. Soldiers are just regular people. They're humans, just like you and me. And they have fears. They have anxieties. They have dreams, hopes. And that's some of what the film kind of captures. There's a lot of chemistry, so you feel when the characters are killed off. It's not just your typically run-of-the-mill campy movie. So it does fairly good character development. Again, there's no spoiler that we're gonna see Captain Ryan again come back in some shape and form, and he doesn't disappoint. He's a really, really good, plays a good, really evil, uh, you know, just sarcastic bastard, bombastic simpleton. I don't know how to describe him anymore, but he's just a terrible, terrible dude. And not only, he does, let's just say that he does way more terrible things than just killing a dog. He's and he has it against Private Cooper, and their rivalry is actually playing into, and it actually works well, man. I mean, it's not, like I said, it's very predictable. It's that, but it works. The other thing that it works great with this film is the special effects. I love the designs of the werewolves. The werewolves are incredibly great. I really do like the fact that these actually look like wolves. I haven't seen that design. I love the stature of them. No CG here. They're actual mask, actual makeup. Pretty well done. This is really, really cool, man. I recommend that you watch this film just for the special effects alone. Pretty cool kills. It's worth watching if you like action films, if you like horror, if you like werewolf. I recommend that this is a must see. And if you like foreign horror, this is a pretty cool film. Pretty cool British entry. It's the number 2 after 28 Days Later. I'm gonna do 28 Weeks Later coming up. So I think we need to talk about the sequel to 28 Days Later. And what can I say, man? Uh, So what do I recommend for this video? Go outside. If it's a full moon, get back inside. Lock your doors, because you never know when the moon may start rising and the bad feelings start growing. You may want to hide under the bed and enjoy this film. Take care, guys. God bless you. Peace out. Enjoy Dog Soldiers. This is Frank the Vamp. See you in my next video.